Okay. This next one is Bad, Bad LeRoy Brown. Yeah, and I know there's no cursing in this place, so where there's a kind of a bad word here and there, I just substituted bad, and most people don't even notice the difference. It's kind of a fun song. I'm from the Chicago area, and so I will testify he's right. South side of Chicago is kind of a different, dangerous sort of place to be. By the way, I listened to an interview and they asked him if he really knew anyone like LeRoy Brown. He says, well, there was one guy who inspired me. He wasn't just like LeRoy Brown, but he said, you know, he and I were in the Army together. We had both come into the Army. We were studying, I think, you know, how to be in communications and that. He said he was big and he was strong, but he wasn't real bright. And one day he just said, I'm tired of it, and he walked away. Well, that's not so unusual, but later on, when the pay came, he came back for his paycheck. Big mistake. Okay. Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you just better beware of a man named LeRoy Brown. Now LeRoy, more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lovers. Men just call him Sir. And he's bad, bad. LeRoy Town, the baddest man in that old bad town. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Now LeRoy, he a gambler, and he liked his fancy clothes, and he liked to wave a diamond ring in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental, he got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun, and a razor in his shoe. And he's bad, bad, LeRoy Brown, the baddest man in that whole bad town. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, what happened on Friday? Well, Friday, about a week ago, LeRoy's shooting dice, and at the edge of the bar sat a world in the dark, and oh, that girl looked nice. Well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. And LeRoy Brown would learn a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. And he's bad, bad, LeRoy Brown, the baddest man in that old bad town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men took a fighting, and when they pulled him off of the floor, LeRoy Brown had learned his lesson about messing, and he didn't want to learn that no more. And he's bad, bad, LeRoy Brown, the baddest man in that old bad town. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. She's better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. All right.